Scary scene from Post Falls, Idaho yesterday where a man attempted to murder his wife but in the end took his own life.
And WSU enrollment numbers continue to drop system-wide. We take a look at what may be causing the decline up next on Murrow News 8.
West Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University. This is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Zane Dodge.
And I'm Vasily Varlamos. Welcome to Murrow News 8. A woman in Post Falls, Idaho is alive after being shot in the head by her boyfriend. The shooting took place around 12:50 p.m. at a home near West 16th Avenue. Post Falls police says the boyfriend shot the woman in the head before taking his own life Tuesday afternoon. The woman, who is awake and talking to police, was taken to Kootenai Health for treatment.
WSU's declining enrollment is continuing this spring, with the student population down nearly 7% from a year ago. WSU's current enrollment system-wide is just under 27,000. Students down nearly 2,000. That's the lowest spring enrollment at WSU since 2014. The student population on the Pullman campus is down over 5% to just over 17,000 students, down about 1,000 students from a year ago. That is the lowest WSU Pullman campus spring enrollment in a decade.
WSU is launching a pilot program in hopes of reducing Zoom fatigue and stress. The university is encouraging departments to cut back on virtual meetings. Staff members are also advised to keep meetings under 45 minutes to make sure people aren't on Zoom for hours on end. The program will run through the end of July, and results will be reviewed for the fall semester.
Small businesses and nonprofits in Moscow are eligible for COVID-19 grants. The Small Businesses Grant is organized by the Small Business Program and offers grants up to $15,000. The Community and Social Services Nonprofit Grant program is opening up to $25,000 to nonprofits that focus on health, nutrition, and educational programs. Applications can be found on the City of Moscow's website.
Researchers are holding an event on cannabis research at the Paradise Creek Brewery and on Zoom February 8th at 6 p.m. Ryan McLaughlin and Carrie Cutler will discuss the legal challenges and the novel workarounds they've developed to conduct their research. Former NFL linebacker and New York Times bestselling author of Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man, Emmanuel Acho, is speaking for the MLK keynote at WSU tonight. Visit the MLK program on WSU's website to join the Zoom link at 6 p.m.
Spokane County prosecuting attorney Larry Haskell has issued a statement distancing himself from his wife's remarks on Gab, a conservative social media platform. Leslie Haskell responded to the New York Post story about comments made by MSNBC's Joy Reid last year. Reid said, quote, "Conservatives would trade cuts to openly say the N-word." Leslie Haskell commented Reid was, quote, "the definition of the word." In his statement, Larry wrote, "People that know me fully understand those are not my views." Larry is up for re-election this year. What was said to get one host of The View in hot water?
And how a local performing arts center is getting some new renovations coming up after the break.
Washington State University, an institute of...
Wait, let me show you WSU. We're about being hands-on and getting our hands dirty. We bring art to science and science to wine. We build Mars rovers and launch new medical schools, with the occasional pizza break. Now back to work, because we're always moving forward and leaving our mark on the world. Now that's my WSU.
ABC News suspended actress Whoopi Goldberg from her role on ABC's The View after comments regarding the Holocaust. Goldberg is suspended for 2 weeks after claiming on the daytime program that the Holocaust was, quote, not about race. The actress apologized after the show. In a statement, ABC News president Kim Godwin described Goldberg's comments as wrong and hurtful.
Do you have a favorite red outfit? February 4th is the day to wear it out. National Wear Red Day is this Friday to raise awareness for heart disease and strokes. Heart disease is the leading killer in women and claims 1 out of 3 lives. An old performing arts center is set to get a facelift. More on the story with Michelle Hartman.
A public fundraising campaign for a new performing arts center at the Gladish Community Center in Pullman is underway. John Ayers, who is the Secretary-Treasurer of the Washington, Idaho Symphony, shares why a new performing arts center is needed.
Well, the current performing arts center isn't. It's an old high school auditorium, so it's from the 1950s. The seating isn't very good, the lighting isn't very good, the sound isn't very good. I mean, if you really look at it, there's very little that works in today's performance environment.
Along with the difficulty of having a functional performance center, John also revealed that when it comes to the arts, it's difficult to get college students interested.
Why the students don't attend? I don't know. What can they do to help the arts? Attend the arts. Come to the symphonies. Attend the theater. Go to the dance recitals. I mean, all those things are important.
If you're a WSU student, you can get into the Washington, Idaho Symphony for free. All you need to do is show your Cougar card.
The musical director of the Washington, Idaho Symphony and professor at WSU, Dan Pham, talks about the struggles of not having a permanent place to perform.
Well, we need a home. I mean, when I first entered the organization 3 years ago, this was at the heart of just kind of literally picking up the pieces, just the various different facilities that we're performing in or rehearsing in. There was, temperature problems, just basic needs, shelter needs.
Dan speaks about how the new Performing Arts Center can have a long-lasting effect.
It's a gathering place not only for performances, but it serves more for, a central headquarters for the entire community.
The new Performing Arts Center will be built in multiple stages and will take about 2 to 4 years to complete. These are some graphics of what the new Performing Arts Center will look like. So get your Cougar cards ready and support the arts. With Murrow News 8, I'm Michelle Hartman.
The snow's been coming down recently. Let's pass it off to Shagun to see what we can expect from Mother Nature in the next couple days.
As we can see, Vasily, the snow in Pullman is coming down so much. Today we have a high of 22 and a low of 21 with a wind gust of 4 miles per hour. The sunrise was at 7:11 a.m. and the sun is setting at 4:53 p.m. For tomorrow, we have a high of 33 and a low of 29 with a wind gust of 6 miles per hour. And also the sun is rising at 7:11 a.m. and 4:55 p.m. It is also going to be really cold tomorrow, so get your jackets, your head warmers, and make sure you're ready for the weather. Also, let's take a look at the weather around the state. In Olympia, we see a high of 42 and a low of 41. In Seattle, an high of 41 and a low of 40. Down in Yakima, we see a low of 34 and a low of 23 and a high of 34. And over in Tri-Cities, we see a high of 57 and a low of 54. I really want to go to the Tri-Cities right now. And over in Spokane, we see a high of 24 and a low of 21. And down here in Pullman, it is going to be snowing tomorrow. So Pullman residents, grab your coats, grab your warmers, head warmers, because we have a high of 26 and a low of 21. Also, this is the 5-day forecast. On Friday, tomorrow, it is going to rain and snow. And on Saturday, it's going to be a little bit cloudy. On Sunday, it's going to be partly cloudy. And on Monday, it's going to be cloudy. Back to you at the table.
Thanks, Sagun. As we take a look at the world of sports, a groundbreaking lawsuit that is shaking the NFL.
And it's National Signing Day for college football. WSU looks to sign the next batch of Cougar greats coming up next.
over in my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Former Miami Dolphins head coach is suing the NFL as well as the Dolphins, Broncos, and Giants for alleged discrimination in his interview processes with the teams. Brian Flores claims the clubs that offered him an interview were only doing so to meet the NFL's Rooney Rule, which requires teams to interview minority candidates for their coaching vacancies. Flores is also claiming Dolphins owner Stephen Ross offered him $100,000 for each loss to ensure the team got a higher draft pick. Following Flores' first year as a coach in 2019, he claimed that this goes against the NFL's tampering rule when refusing to intentionally lose or tank for a better draft pick. Flores was viewed as difficult to work with by the Miami front office and was fired just last month despite having back-to-back winning seasons in 2020 and 2021. Mind you, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Jacoby Brissett, and Tua Tagovailoa were under center at the time of those winning seasons. National Signing Day is off to a fast start at WSU. Football head coach Jake Dickert signed 9 new Cougs today. Wazoo now has 23 members of the 2022 class, including 4 transfers, 4 early enrollees, 6 signees from December, plus the 9 who signed today. Half the class is from the state of Washington, which was a goal of Dickert's staff from the beginning of the year.
Growing flavor and just an emphasis on what we want to do in this state is really going to be important going forward, and I know we got the right people, and I think that's where it really starts.
Today marks the 8-year anniversary of Super Bowl 48, where the Seattle Seahawks beat the Denver Broncos 43-8. This was presumed to be one of the best Super Bowl matches of all time going into the contest, as Seattle had the #1 ranked defense and the Denver Broncos had the #1 ranked offense. However, this did not seem to matter, as this went on to be the second most lopsided Super Bowl of all time. Second-year quarterback Russell Wilson threw for 2 touchdowns in the game, while linebacker Malcolm Smith put together a Super Bowl MVP performance of 8 tackles, a fumble recovery, and a 69-yard pick six that put the game out of reach early.
Thanks, Shane. Puxatawny Phil made his annual appearance for Groundhog's Day.
After the break, find out if he saw his shadow or if we're in store for an early spring.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for 1. He's tough enough to feed the man that gave him a lifetime of nourishment. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. That's right. No employee on the bonus check here. This guy, no. This warrior will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. Good luck finding a gym to train for that. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Today, Puxatawny Phil, the most famous groundhog, awoke and did see a shadow. This means there will be 6 more weeks of winter according to folklore, or as we